Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Phyllis and Chance's affair warning signs the twist Summer can't forgive. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers reveal that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, is currently single, so she's been throwing all her attention on work and her kids lately. Of course, Phyllis' new job at Abbott Chancellor will have to take a backseat to Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s Michael Graziadei drama for a while. Although Phyllis still wants to help Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, fend off a takeover, she'll be a little distracted by Daniel's ordeal and the investigation into Heather Stevens' Veil Bloom demise. Phyllis gave Billy updates on the situation in the October 4 episode and shared a warm embrace with him as she cried. But that doesn't mean they're poised for a romantic reunion. Billy and Phyllis will always care about each other, but they seem to work better as pals and allies. With that in mind, the show might let Phyllis and Billy stick to friendship. I&R's been laying the groundwork for a Billy and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, pairing instead, including him inviting her to his upcoming launch bash. If Billy and Sally get together, who might Phyllis be paired with next? Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is always an option since Phyllis shares a forever connection with him, but the show could take a more scandalous route if she strengthens her bond with Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd. Chance is happy with Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, right now, but she may never fully be over Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller. If Summer starts acting jealous of Kyle and Claire Newman's, Haley Aaron, romance, it could lead to trouble in her relationship with Chance. We should also mention an intriguing scene between Phyllis and Chance in the October 4 episode. Chance shared a sweet moment alone with Phyllis and wanted to make sure she had someone to lean on during this difficult time. It was the kind of scene that could pave the way for more bonding sessions. It might start off as Chance trying to be there for Summer's mom and turn into something else. After all, I&R toyed with Phyllis and Chance as a couple once upon a time. The show could bring them back around as a pairing option and set up a shocking mother-daughter love triangle. There may come a point when fans look back on Chance's support for Phyllis and see that they were given the first affair warning signs. If Chance cheats with Phyllis down the road, that could be a horrible twist that Summer can't forgive. The Young and the Restless spoilers it is Summer and Chance's relationship could use a shakeup, so stick with us for any betrayal news and predictions on whether they'll actually last. In Genoa City, few things are ever as they seem, and when it comes to Phyllis Summers, the queen of chaos herself, twists and turns are expected. But even for Phyllis, her latest entanglement could have dire consequences that not even she anticipated. Enter Chance Chancellor, polished, heroic, and about to be caught in a storm that could reshape his entire world. As The Young and the Restless gears up for another dramatic twist, spoilers are teasing an unexpected affair brewing between Phyllis and Chance, with disastrous ripple effects that could permanently fracture Summer's already fragile bond with her mother. Phyllis and Chance's unexpected bond. It all starts innocently enough, an encounter at Crimson Lights, a friendly chat at Society, but there's something brewing beneath the surface that no one saw coming. Phyllis, fresh from her myriad of recent dramas, has been feeling particularly isolated lately. Her latest scheme involving Diane Jenkins backfired spectacularly, leaving her on the outs with everyone, including her daughter Summer. Desperate for some redemption, she finds herself crossing paths more frequently with Chance, the one man in town who has a knack for staying calm amidst the whirlwind of Genoa City's constant chaos. Chance, on the other hand, has been grappling with his own demons. His breakup with Abby is still fresh, and though he's done his best to move on, the scars remain. The cop who once seemed untouchable has been showing signs of vulnerability lately, and Phyllis has always had a way of finding those cracks and wedging her way inside. With both of them feeling lost and misunderstood, their interactions take on a deeper resonance. It starts with a few casual conversations, but there's a spark there, a dangerous spark. Phyllis admires Chance's integrity, his dedication to his job, and the way he carries himself. Meanwhile, Chance finds himself drawn to Phyllis's fiery passion, her relentless drive to get what she wants, and the way she refuses to apologize for who she is. What begins as a friendship soon takes a flirtatious turn, with lingering looks and conversations that last a little too long. The warning signs no one can ignore. But of course, nothing stays secret for long in Genoa City. The town is rife with gossip, and it doesn't take long for people to start noticing the subtle signs that something more than friendship might be going on between Phyllis and Chance. Abby is the first to grow suspicious. Though she's no longer involved with Chance, she knows him well enough to pick up on the fact that his mind has been elsewhere lately. She notices how his face lights up when Phyllis is around, how his normally focused demeanor slips when her name is mentioned. But it's not just Abby who's catching on. Nina, Chance's protective mother, has always had her guard up when it comes to the women in her son's life. She starts to see the red flags too. Then there's Nick Newman, Phyllis's former lover, who still holds a soft spot for her despite their many ups and downs. He notices Phyllis has been acting differently, distracted, secretive. Though their romantic relationship has cooled, he's still deeply connected to her through their shared history and their children. Nick's protectiveness over Phyllis starts to kick in, and he can't help but wonder if she's headed down a dangerous path with Chance. But the most glaring warning sign comes from Summer herself. Already teetering on the edge of her relationship with her mother due to Phyllis's ongoing feud with Diane, Summer has been trying to distance herself from the drama. However, when she catches wind of her mother's increasing closeness to Chance, her alarm bells go off. Summer knows all too well how Phyllis operates, how she can't resist a man who seems unavailable or complicated. And given Summer's own strained history with Chance and her lingering loyalty to Abby, the idea of her mother getting involved with him is nothing short of a nightmare. The affair that changes everything. As the tension between Phyllis and Chance builds, it eventually reaches a boiling point. It happens one night at the Grand Phoenix, where Phyllis and Chance find themselves alone after an evening of drinks. The hotel is quiet, the mood is intimate, and before either of them knows what's happening, they cross a line they can never uncross. A kiss turns into something more, and though they both try to convince themselves it was a one-time mistake, they can't deny the chemistry between them. But in Genoa City, secrets are rarely kept for long. Abby stumbles upon them in a compromising position, and her shock quickly turns to fury. She's hurt that Chance, a man she once trusted implicitly, would betray her in such a way, and her anger toward Phyllis, already simmering from their past clashes, boils over. But Abby isn't the only one devastated by the revelation. Summer's ultimate betrayal. When Summer finds out about her mother's betrayal, it shatters the already fragile relationship they had been trying to repair. Summer has long struggled with Phyllis's impulsive decisions and reckless behavior, but this affair crosses a line she can't forgive. The fact that Phyllis would get involved with someone connected to Abby, Summer's close friend, is a betrayal that cuts too deep. Summer confronts Phyllis in a heated showdown at the Abbott mansion, where emotions run high and harsh words are exchanged. Phyllis tries to explain that it wasn't planned, that she never meant to hurt anyone, but Summer isn't having it. For Summer, this is just another example of how her mother's selfishness has wrecked everything good in her life. And then there's Kyle. Caught in the crossfire, Kyle tries to comfort Summer while grappling with his own feelings about the situation. He has always known Phyllis was unpredictable, but this new development throws him for a loop. As Summer leans on him for support, Kyle finds himself caught between wanting to protect his wife and dealing with the fallout of his own family's dysfunction. The fallout? As the affair becomes public knowledge, it sends shockwaves through Genoa City. Abby's heartbreak turns to anger, and she vows never to let Chance near her again. Nina is devastated, unable to understand how her son could make such a reckless mistake. And Nick? Well, Nick is left wondering if Phyllis will ever be able to break free from the self-destructive cycle that's defined so much of her life. But for Phyllis, the true cost of the affair is her relationship with Summer. The damage seems irreparable, and as much as Phyllis tries to fix things, it may be too late. Summer, hurt beyond words, decides to cut ties with her mother once and for all, leaving Phyllis in a state of emotional freefall. In typical Genoa City fashion, the consequences of Phyllis and Chance's affair will continue to ripple through the town, leaving no one unscathed. The twist that Summer can't forgive may be the one that finally breaks Phyllis's spirit, leaving her to pick up the pieces of a life she's shattered once again.